Hi, I'm Doug Overman, the Chief of Police of the Kalispell Police Department. I have had the opportunity to work closely with Drew for a number of years now. He's made an amazing impact in our daily operations. When I think about what Drew has done for me personally and the officers of the Kalispell Police Department, he's just a real asset and brings tremendous value to the police department. As I think about these kind of stories, I think about personal experiences I've had with the Braveheart ministry, and specifically what Drew has brought to us. And I typically think of a few different stories. One of those stories is not everybody knows that we conduct investigations on what are called unattended deaths. That's the most common kind of death investigation that we do on a daily basis. And there's no easy way to do that. Oftentimes families they just lost a family member, and we have to come into their home and conduct that investigation. At the same time, we have to deal with emotional difficulties that family has just gone through with the loss of their loved one. That's a really difficult balancing act because we have to be there, as a matter of fact, doing business, doing an investigation, yet still showing care and compassion for the family. Braveheart has brought that to us. Oftentimes, while we are working on the business, the investigation side of it, Drew will respond on scene and take care of the people that are left behind. He's able to provide that emotional and spiritual support for people that adds value, supports us in our role, adds emotional support for the families and their loss, and is really of great value to us. I think of two specific incidences that I can think of. One was an unattended death. It was what would be a routine investigation for us. Individual here in Kalispell lost his life, but had lived for a long period of time with his cognitively delayed daughter, who clearly did not understand the circumstances that were occurring. Drew stepped in and provided support and help for that young lady while we were conducting our investigation, and helped us segue into longer-term care for her. One prime example of what Braveheart does for us frequently. The other one is, I can think about an incident where one of my sergeants responded to a non-breathing baby, to a baby that wasn't responsive. And one of my sergeants, who in a small world had just had a child of his own, was immediately placed in a scenario where he was doing CPR and first aid on an infant very similar in age to his own. And we were not able to provide life-saving measures for that infant. The infant ultimately passed. Obviously, you have an incredibly traumatized mother in that situation who's having a very difficult time. I have a sergeant who is having to deal with the mortality of that young person, making great efforts to save their lives, but also having that emotional connection that not just this child, but this could very well be my child, and the difficulties that go along with that. And Drew was able to come in and provide the support for that mother on that scene, and then also have that connection with that sergeant, with that officer who did those acts, and provide support for him long term. When we talk about law enforcement and first responders approaching a traditional counselor, it's hard to share those things with someone in that scenario because many times people haven't experienced some of the trauma that law enforcement and first responders see on a daily basis. Drew is there every day with us. He's building relationships, he's showing care, he's building trust. And he's been there a long time. For some people at our police department, he's been there their whole career. And he is a known face. He is someone that has been on those scenes, that has seen those things, that has felt the emotion, has felt the pain that people are going through at those moments. And the service he provides, the level of trust and the approachability and availability that he has is just really hard for us to duplicate. We're very blessed to have him there.